What's going on, guys? I got my newly dyed Beeman BP50. This is a RIT dye. It's wine colored. I put some dye in the pan, soaked it. I mean, obviously I took this whole thing apart, put the shell in the water, and it wasn't dark enough. It was kind of like a light purple, almost like fuchsia color. But I decided to put more dye in the pan and then soaked it for another like 5 minutes on, hot water, boiling water. There's plenty of videos how to RIT dye plastic. I've made a couple, and Alternate Arms has a video, and there's probably a couple other guys that have made videos. But it looks nice. I have the Hoe Grip on here. This fits really nice on here. The Hoe Grip 17,000. It fits on really easily. I didn't need to use a hand sanitizer to put it on. You can if you want, but it's fairly easy to put on without the hand sanitizer. It's a little bit loose, just a tiny bit on the bottom part right here. There's a little bit of play, but it's not enough to make it just like fall off. My magazine's been fixed. I have a video on how to fix your magazine if you have a crappy janky one like mine. I have a Crosman CO2 in here, and today's video I'm going to be using Alien Play balls on the first mag, T4E quick access balls on the second mag. I'm going to be paper target shooting from about 15 feet back. I did can shooting. I want to see how good grouping is, at least for mine, from about 15 feet away. So I'm going to put the chair over there and put up a target. I'll be right back. I may do the big tank after. Maybe I'll do a second CO2. Haven't decided yet. It's about 80 degrees Fahrenheit out here, so it is not cool outside. It's probably 26 or 27 Celsius. I'm in the sunlight. This is the western side of the house. So at the end of the day, which is like right now, it's like 6 p.m., 6:10. The sun's on this side of the house, so I'm getting roasted out here. So yeah, that's the box. I have a Crosman CO2 in here. Put a drop of oil on the top tip. So here's my foot. Here is the box. The target's like right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5. I'm gonna be right there. So this is a little bit beyond 5 footsteps. So let's just say this is like, I'm not sure, 18 feet probably. We'll just say 18 feet. Probably like 16 and a half, 17, somewhere between 15 and 18 feet. So I'm gonna puncture this. It's punctured. So far it's been fine. No weird issues or anything. When I reassembled it, I tried firing it afterwards and it worked fine. I put it on an airline. It worked fine. I came out in the backyard, shot some rounds through it, just off camera. It worked fine. So I'm gonna aim dead center and hopefully I can hit it. I haven't tried target shooting. I've just done the can plinking from about this same distance. So I have you zoomed in about 4x, and I'm just aiming up the sights. I don't have a red dot or nothing on here. I'm just using the iron sights. So I'm just kind of, iron sighting it up. First shot, kind of low. It's like down there. I'm gonna aim for the center again, see if I just moved or something. Same spot. All right, so they both hit the same spot. I'm aiming right at the 10 on that bullseye. So I'm gonna aim at the top of the circle, just very top of the circle, above the 6. So that hit to the left and right bullseye. So let's show you this paper, or this target. So the first 2 shots, I was aiming right here and they hit down here. That third shot, I was aiming up here and it hit right here. I'm gonna try the lightweight balls. I don't know if it's an issue with the sights just being off. You can only move the sights left and right. You can't move them up and down. So when I reassembled it, they're kind of off from how they were factory, but I lined them up as best as I could. They're pretty centered in my opinion. I mean, I don't mess with sights very often, but I'm gonna keep aiming for up here and I'll see where I shoot. I'm gonna keep aiming for the 6. All right, I'm gonna chrono one of these. This is the same CO2 as the fourth shot. So I'm gonna chrono one just to see what it's hitting. Like obviously it's kind of been able to charge a little bit because I'm walking back and forth. So aiming for the 6 still. I have the chronograph though, so one-handed. 412. I'm pretty sure it's hitting that hard because it's hot out here and because it's been charging. So that's actually the highest I've ever had the Beeman hit with the alien play balls. I'm pretty sure that hit right here, but I was aiming with one hand with the chronograph, kind of moving the thing around. So I'll see what else I can do. When I took apart the Beeman, I just looked at stuff. I didn't mess with anything in here. There's a couple springs you have to be careful with. I'll probably make a video of taking it apart and showing you guys what it's like inside, some tips on what to look out for when you pull the clamshells apart. Here's the 5th shot, same spot I'm aiming at, the top of the 6 on that circle. One-handed. 412 again. It's really damn high. Just guessing that's probably 21 joules maybe, or 22 joules. Pretty sure it hit right here. So I got 3 more shots and I'll be right back. All right, back at the trash can thing. I'm gonna do two-handed shooting, no chrono. I'll aim for the bullseye again, see what it does. I'm gonna assume it's gonna hit to the bottom left again, but we'll see. That actually, I think it hit the, yeah, I did hit the bottom left again. So it hit right here, right there, because these were already here. I've been shooting up high. I aimed for this again with 2 hands and I hit right there. So I got 1 more shot, I think. All right, I got 2 more shots with this magazine, first magazine, all alien plays. I'm gonna aim up high for the 6 again, one-handed. I'll do the chrono. You guys are zoomed in 4x. Standing in the same spot. 408. Still lighting up these numbers. But I'm pretty sure it's because it's hot out here today. Because the other days I've been shooting, it's like 75 degrees. I shot a bullseye, crazy. So I was aiming up here with one hand, chrono with the other hand, and I shot this. So I don't know, I had to try this over and over and over again to get kind of a better idea of the grouping. This is a normal piece of paper, 8.5 by 11 inch piece of paper. So it's not a huge target, but it's definitely not hitting this every single time. You can't really expect that from an air gun, unless it's rifled barrel and you're using like a smaller caliber ammo or just, you know, longer barrel and stuff. Usually I find it's acceptable for a like a BB gun or something to hit like the 8 and the 9 and the 10. This is okay for 50 cal, but my BP50 seems to be much more accurate just on these little bit of shots. So I'm gonna do 1 more ball. And you know, it has a plastic barrel, so that could also be an issue or a reason why the grouping is so weird. So I'll aim up high again for that 6 up on top. 404. It's still really high. It's out of balls. I think I hit this right here. So that was 8 shots. All of them hit the paper. As long as they hit the paper, I'm fine with it. And this is, you know, 8.5 across, 11 inches tall. So I'm gonna hit a midsection, you know, center torso, center mass on something if they're as big as a piece of paper. So I'm gonna load up these plastic balls, use the same CO2. I'm gonna switch out the target and I'll be right back. All right, you guys, new target. I'll do 3 footsteps this time, so it's about 9 to 10 feet. All right, you guys, I may have an issue with my magazine follower guide tab thing, but I'll show you that after. So 3 footsteps, 1, 2, 3. So this is the top of the trash can lid, that's the box. So I'm a bit closer. This will still function. I'm pretty sure I have an issue with my follower thing, and I'll show you that. It's probably gonna snap in like a little bit longer. So I'm pretty much already need a new magazine, almost at this point. I could try to like rig it up to work. I'll have to explore that. So these are the 1.36 gram T4E quick access balls. I'm aiming dead center. 538. That's like 17.9 or something joules, probably 18 maybe. That hit down low. Next shot, no more chrono. Aiming dead center. That also hit kind of low to the left. So mine's shooting down low to the left. A little bit closer, but it's still off. Still kind of off. I'll zoom in on this one so you can see all the shots. They're all kind of low to the left. That was also aiming for the bullseye. Aiming for bullseye, hitting low. I'm almost out of gas. Yeah, so she's pretty much done. Let me pause it real quick. So I guess a trade-off of having it super hot outside is that the launcher will use a lot of the gas a lot faster. In the cooler weather, I can get like 20 shots out of this. I'll be lucky if I get like 2 more shots. And I'll show you my follower guide right now. But here's dry firing, one extra shot because it's so hot out here. These CO2s are just expelling all their gas. I'm gonna go inside and show you guys these papers, and I'll show you my magazine, which I think it'll still work. It's just gonna be a pain in the ass, and I have to fix it again. This is like the 3rd fix I've done to this magazine. All right, it's a much better in here. So first target, 15 feet away, aluminum balls. I was aiming right here, and I was hitting down here. That's just how mine is performing. Anyone else's could be different. Some might shoot to the right, some might shoot high, some might shoot dead center. Mine is from a distance, mine's going down. I then aimed for up here, and I was hitting these. One of them hit bullseye. I think on one of the shots I was aiming for a bullseye, and then I ended up hitting right here. So mine's kind of all over the place at 15 feet, not the greatest. But I've done this test with my BP50 and my TR50, and those seem to be more accurate, but they also have metal barrels. This is the 10 foot or like 3 foot step distance. I was using the lightweight nylon balls. It was hitting low still, running out of gas. That first shot on the second mag was still hitting really hard, like almost 18 joules with the little plastic balls. And typically in my HDP50 or in my TR50, when I use plastic balls, the joule output isn't the same as when I'm using alien plate aluminum balls with those launchers. This is the first time I've used a launcher where if I'm using aluminum or if I'm using plastic nylon balls, they perform the same joules output. It's just it's weird. It's strange that it doesn't happen typically. And I've tested a bunch of different launchers. Everyone has the ones I have. I don't have anything like insanely like rare or hard to find. This one's the only one that's kind of hard to find. So the issue I'm having with my magazine, I'll get it right now. So my magazine, this is fine. This is fine. Spring is fine. The thing I'm having a problem with is I think this has cracked. Possibly. I don't want to do it too much on this video because I need to investigate this because this just happened. But I was pulling this down, and when we get to here, my fingernail would come off, and it's not short. Like my fingernail would come off that follower, this little tab right here that you normally would pull down. It'd keep on falling off and then resetting, and then I pull it back down and then fall off my fingernail and go back up there. I think what's happening is because it's cracked. When I'm pulling down, it starts to bend, and then it's getting more tense to pull the spring down because that's bent and cracked in here a little bit. So it's bending down, losing traction with my fingernail, and then popping back up. So this is just another issue I'm having with my magazine. I'll try to do it right now. See how it went up? I'm trying pretty good to keep my fingernail on there. And yeah, it's hard to see on camera. I'll pop this off really quick. All right, so if you haven't seen my magazine video, you pop this little thing down here and you loosen the mag basically. Pull this forward, the round part, push it forward, put your finger right here because you're gonna catch the spring with that finger. Pop off this little cap thing which holds the spring in there. There's a circle part on the bottom which feeds into the bottom of the spring like that. So just put all that. That's pretty easy. It's really similar to like a Burna SD spring or a magazine or something. So I'm gonna push this down here and I'll let you guys see this thing up close. Hopefully my camera can focus good enough. Let me get a flathead screwdriver. All right, so push this out. So does that look straight to you guys? It should be flat a little bit. No, I don't want to push this or pull this too hard, but I could tell that it's wobbling a little bit. So one thing I can try to do, oh yeah, look at that crack right there. One thing I can try to do is put like a pin through it or a screw or something. Or glue it. I don't know. It's going to be hard to fix because it's like plastic. I mean, I have a bunch of sides I can do this to. It just sucks that you can't buy extra magazines, and I've only shot this thing 150-ish times, maybe 180 times. And I pulled this follower down a few times, not excessively, but yeah, like I can still use this. There'll just be tension on the spring and stuff, like the latch and all that. It's going to be tense all the time. So this is another reason why I'm not like taking this with me currently, because of like random little issues that could arise. I've never had a problem with like my Tipex mags or the salt supply mags and stuff, and I've shot those things a bunch. And granted, I do have 2 mags, but each mag is shot probably with the S2. 2 mags have shot through about 700 rounds each, most likely, because I've used it so much. So yeah, it's just unfortunate. It's going to happen to some of us. It's just production, you know, it's cheap. So yeah, I'll try to get like a screw or something for this. Not like in a huge rush. It'll work for now. It'll work for now, but it just sucks. I've only had this thing for like 5 days. I got it on Sunday. It's Thursday. So I've had it for pretty much just like an hour over 5 days. And I've made a decent amount of videos with it. But one thing that I keep having an issue with is this freaking magazine. So I can put them in there like this and probably lock the follower down there. And I can leave them like this, like pressurized, but in this manner, it'll be like the Burna magazine, where if you barely tap this, everything's just gonna go flying out. See, you just did it right now. That's gonna happen because I can't pull that tab down because it always it bends too much because it's cracked. So yep, it's just unfortunate, but I'll figure out a way to fix it somehow, or I could, I don't know, make something work. But yeah, I can put them in here. And then, like, obviously, if I needed to use this in an emergency, I got 1 mag, and then, you know, I can't do this in like 2 seconds reloading and stuff. Tell the bad guy to chill out for a second. So it went down, and it's locked in there, and it's not putting pressure on these anymore. But a lot of that pressure is now on that little nub down here. So yeah, it's just unfortunate. I haven't tried these orange balls in the magazine yet. I'm sorry, in the launcher yet. But I will in the future. But this was an unforeseen issue with this. So I'm just going to take all these out. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. I will make more stuff on this. I'll try to remedy this little guide thingy, but it's going to be a little bit more tedious to fix that. So I'll see you guys next time, and have a good one.